The wind howled through the empty streets of Elmswood. Dust devils danced across the road. The houses stood silently, like empty eyes staring out into nothingness. Elmswood was once a lively town. Now it was a ghost town. Forgotten, deserted, haunted. The silence was the most unsettling thing. No birds sang, no dogs barked. There were no children's laughs. Only the wind whispered through the trees. The trees that gave the town its curse. The trees they called whispering pines. Legend said that the land where Elmswood stood was cursed. The Native Americans knew this. They called it the Valley of Shadows. They said the pines whispered secrets to those who dared to listen. Secrets that drove people mad. But the settlers didn't listen. They built their town anyway. They called it Elmswood. For a while, it seemed like the curse was just a story. The town prospered. Then, one night, everyone vanished. The people were gone. Their belongings were left behind. Food rotted on tables. Toys lay scattered on the floor. It was as if the town had just winked out of existence, and the pines whispered their secrets to the empty streets. Alex, a paranormal investigator, had heard the stories about Elmswood. He was drawn to the mystery of the vanished townspeople. He wanted to know the truth. He wanted to find out what secrets the pines whispered. He parked his car at the edge of town. The engine ticking as it cooled was the only sound besides the wind. He stepped out of the car. A shiver ran down his spine. He could feel eyes watching him. He walked down the main street, his footsteps echoing in the silence. He passed the empty houses. He saw the abandoned shops. The town was frozen in time. A snapshot of the day the people disappeared. Alex reached the old general store. The door creaked open as if inviting him inside. Inside, dusty cans lined the shelves. An open newspaper lay on the counter. The date on the paper sent a chill down his spine. It was the day the town vanished. Next, he found the town hall. Inside, a diary lay open on a table. The last entry spoke of strange noises at night, of whispers coming from the woods. The writing was frantic, filled with fear. Finally, he reached the schoolhouse. The playground was deserted. The swings hung motionless. Inside, children's drawings still clung to the walls, but the children were gone. The wind howled outside. The windows rattled. Alex felt a cold hand on his shoulder. He spun around. Nobody was there, but he could feel a presence. Something dark and cold was watching him. He tried to leave the schoolhouse, but the door wouldn't open. It was as if something was holding it shut. He was trapped. He looked out the window. The sun was setting. The shadows from the pines grew longer, stretching towards the schoolhouse like grasping claws. Panic welled up inside him. He was trapped in a haunted town, surrounded by the ghosts of the vanished townspeople. He could feel their presence all around him, watching him, waiting for him. He threw himself against the door. It burst open. He didn't waste any time. He ran. He didn't stop running until he reached his car. He jumped in and slammed the door. He could feel the eyes still watching him. As he drove away, he looked back at Elmswood. The sun had set. The town was cloaked in darkness. He could have sworn he saw figures standing in the windows of the houses, but when he blinked, they were gone. Alex never forgot his night in Elmswood. He never figured out what happened to the townspeople, but he knew one thing: Elmswood was cursed, and the pines were still whispering their secrets.